Well, the North East have really shot the lights out with their vaccination programme. The NHS, the volunteers, pharmacists, unbelievable effort. I think I'm right in saying that in the North East, 100% of over 80s have now received a vaccination. 9 in 10 of eligible elderly care home residents, and they're storming through the numbers. So it's very, very encouraging. Clearly, there are still some people who need to come forward, the people who need to have their shots in the next couple of days in the JCVI 1 to 4 group. That's the elderly and the clinically extremely vulnerable, care home workers, the NHS workers. If you're one of those groups and you've got your shot in the next couple of days, obviously do it. But if you haven't been contacted yet, our message today is please make sure you get in contact 119 and fix a slot. We've made huge progress with the rollout of the vaccines. That's great, but we've also got infections still running very high, as you know, throughout the country at levels which last year we would have thought were really very high indeed. Still, sadly, a great many deaths in our hospitals, although the number is coming down and perhaps starting to come down quite fast, though we need to look at the data very, very hard. So that's what we'll be doing in the next few days. We'll be saying more on Monday about where we've got to with the JCVI cohorts 1 to 4. Then on the 22nd, I'll be setting out more of the roadmap about the way forward, starting with schools. We very much hope on March the 8th. That's got to be the priority. Our children's education, our kids' education is the number one priority. But then working forwards to getting non-essential retail open as well. And then in due course, as and when we can, prudently and cautiously, of course, we want to be opening hospitality as well. And I'll be trying to set out as much as I possibly can in as much detail as I can give, always understanding that we have to be wary of the pattern of disease, and we don't want to be forced into any kind of retreat or reverse ferret, if you see what I mean.
Could we be drinking in pub gardens, as the paper suggests today, in April?
Well, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you just to wait a little bit longer. Give us some more time to look at the data about what's happening, look at the way the numbers are coming down. Study also, I think very importantly, the efficacy of the vaccines. Are they working in the way that we hope that they are, and making sure that they're really helping along with the lockdown to drive down the incidence. That's the key thing. It's, I'm optimistic. I won't hide it from you. I'm optimistic, but we have to be cautious. And I'll be setting out the roadmap, as I say, on the 22nd. Well, I think what the Health Secretary had to say was absolutely right, and it echoes very much the scientific and medical advice that we're being given. A nasty disease like this will roll through. A new disease like this will take time for humanity to adapt to, but we are. The miracles of science are already making a huge difference, not just in vaccinations, but as you know, in therapies as well. New therapies are being discovered the whole time, which are enabling us to reduce mortality, improve our treatments of the disease. So yes, I do think that in due time it will become something that we simply live with. Some people will be more vulnerable than others. That's inevitable.
But when do you think we'll get to that moment?
Well, I think that the Health Secretary said he spoke about the autumn. Let's see where we get to. We'll be sending out more about the way ahead, not very long from now, on the 22nd. This is one of the great exporting regions of the whole country, and it's fantastic to be here in Teesside and look around at the former ICI site and see sprawling over so many locations and see these brilliant sunrise industries now. Sunrise industries and sunrise industries, which are going to be part of our future. And when I look at the prospects for Teesside, the ways I think it's going to be part of the 21st century industrial revolution for this country, I'm full of optimism. Yes, there are some teething problems associated particularly with fishing. We put funding, made funding available, £23 million to help fishermen and fishing companies that have got problems through no fault of their own. And then we're also investing £100 million into a programme to build up the UK fishing fleet. And there again, you see massive opportunities, because down the track, you've got the UK able to fish every single one of the fish in our territorial waters, and that is only 5 or 6 years away now, and we need to get ready.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Okay, nice to see you again. How are you?
Yes.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. Nice to see you as well.
Good.
How are you getting through time?
Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean,